Welcome to the show. I'm Dom Dumas, and I'm in Bangkok. I'm also the official podcaster of the SHL. Lance Parker, the goaltender for the Sukhumvit Spitfires, episode 49. Welcome to the show, Lance.
Hey, Dom. Great to be here.
Excellent. So, before we get started, I don't know how many of the people actually know that much about you, so let's just start off with, where do you come from?
Well, from the Great White North, eh?
Oh no, Bob and Doug McKenzie flashbacks! Ah! Yeah.
Hoser.
I don't know if I still have it, but I've watched that movie many times, and I've listened to their album many, many times, and they were awesome. So.
Yeah, you know what? I grew up watching that stuff as a kid, and I mean, looking back now, seeing these guys with, especially the bottles that they drank with back then, and they're smoking on the set as well.
I know, it's crazy.
But yeah, classic stuff. That movie, my goodness, I watched that with my brother.
It's so bad,
so
it's good.
Hard.
Yes.
I laughed so hard, like I hurt laughing so much. Watching that movie.
I have forced my wife to watch that movie,
Oh, no.
and yeah, it doesn't have the same effect on her. I guess you have to be either from Canada or from a place where people consider you a part of Canada anyway. You know, I'm from Minnesota, and everybody's, oh, isn't that state in Canada?
Yeah.
So,
I honestly haven't seen that movie since the 80s. I
Really?
probably only watched it the once. I mean,
Okay.
I do that with a lot of movies. I'll just watch them once.
Okay.
Good. But yeah, I don't know if that movie would stand the test of time now. I mean, watching it now, 2017.
yeah, I watched it last
from a
year.
nostalgic sense, perhaps.
Yeah,
for
that's
you and
about
I.
all it is. Now,
But,
movies
yeah.
like The Breakfast Club, that withstands the test of time. Absolutely. I could watch that anytime.
Yeah.
Again.
Actually, that one I watched quite a few times.
Yeah.
That's one that I watched on repeat.
Okay. So, where in Canada are you from?
Okay. Well, from Lake of the Woods, Ontario. Kenora, to be specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may not have been in Kenora, but I know the Lake of the Woods quite well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're from, how do you say it? Rosso?
Roseau.
Roseau. I
I'm
want to
from
say Rosso.
Yeah, I'm from Roseau,
Right.
where there's some great hockey players have come from. I'm not one of those great hockey players, obviously.
Well, we'll see, because I understand that you're making a comeback.
Maybe.
So-
We'll see what happens. It depends. I'll do a few free skates, and if I feel like, not free skates, they're not free, obviously, but I'll do a
But
few
open
of the
skates, yeah,
open
yeah.
skating. And if I feel I can get my hockey legs back, I might join the Shinny League, or not Shinny, it's not a league, but Shinny Night on Thursday nights. We'll see what happens. So
I suspect that you have a big slap shot.
we'll see. But yeah, anyway, my dad's from Warroad, which is right across the lake from me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, awesome. So what brought you? Well, before we get to what brought you to Thailand, I mean, from Kenora, what happened?
From Kenora.
Yeah, I mean, did you go to other countries? Did you just come straight to
Oh,
Thailand?
gosh. Okay, yeah, well, Kenora. I think I got my first taste of traveling internationally. Yeah, going into Minnesota. That's
Okay.
the first place.
Yeah, but that's not really international if you think about it.
No, well, for me, I mean. you got,
Just so my
American
listeners
flags
know,
there, you got different rules. and
Before we get too far, just so my listeners know,
stuff. Okay.
Lance is a little bit shy. That's why he's wearing this weird, kind of cool goalie mask. Fortunately, goaltenders don't wear masks like this anymore. They're kind of dangerous.
Yeah, the last time I actually wore this in a ball hockey game, I got this vicious slap shot to
Ooh.
the face, and got it in the eye. I think it cut me. I think I might still have a scar there, and I'm like, all right, screw this.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, but this one's not particularly safe. I know safe ones could be built for ball hockey, but yeah. I mean, this one just hangs above my collection of sports stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't you just wear like a normal goalie mask?
Depends on what you define as normal, and that's something I usually am not.
Yeah, because you don't really have what would now be considered a traditional goalie mask. I haven't seen anybody wear a goalie mask like that since, or a helmet like that as a goaltender since late 80s, early 90s.
Right, the helmet I wear, it's like a red, like Jofa helmet.
Yeah.
Out of Sweden.
Yeah.
See, some of the guys still wear it. Guy on a wear, Patrick's got one, and Yoni.
Uh-huh.
Not quite the same model, but
No.
the red Jofa.
Yeah.
Tommy used to have one, but yeah, mine, I bought that. Yeah, late 80s. I bought that some guy had used it just once.
Okay.
Or I mean, used it for one season, and then he just gave up being a goalie, and it was near mint condition.
See, I look at that and I don't see a goaltender's helmet or mask. I just see a hockey helmet and a hockey mask.
Oh, okay.
You know, because especially now with a lot of the masks the way they are now, they're very similar to that.
To
The regular hockey mask, not
Okay.
the shields, but the metal mask. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, I can remember when I was playing, we're so far off topic, but that's okay. I can remember when I was playing hockey. As a matter of fact, you can't even buy the masks that I had then, which it was a flip-up mask, and it actually had the chin cup sat on the chin, and the straps held it in place. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
whereas like a lot of the helmets that I see with masks now, you can actually hold on to the front of the helmet and just lift it straight up. If it's, it doesn't look like it flips out anymore. So, but yeah, it's like so much has changed.
I love it because it works.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen so many guys get dinged in the head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the mask that they use today, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. I mean, they get hit, and they get hurt, and it's not the same helmet that I'm wearing. They're wearing something else. They're not wearing this. They're wearing like a cage. Something. I mean, he's probably got a picture he's going to post up. He'll show
I will absolutely put
Yeah.
a picture in to show everybody what the modern goaltender masks look like.
Okay. And then, so mine, every time I get hit, I've never been hurt.
Okay.
Never, ever.
Good.
I mean, even today, I still get hit. I mean, I think I got hit the last couple of nights I gone out. It's a regular occurrence.
Well, you're a goaltender. What do you expect?
Funny, I got a new cage too, but I can't switch it. This one it's stuck on there. I can't unscrew it. I can't unbolt it. I got this new mask. It's
It might throw your game off if you get to put the new mask on.
Heck no, I don't believe in that. I mean, if I eat well, if I sleep well, if I exercise enough, if I'm inspired, if I got a good team, I can wear it. I can wear newspapers and else will do it.
Hey, that's not funny because that kind of went out of style in the 60s, newspapers for protection. Seriously, I mean, my dad used to talk about it, like when he played. Shin pads were like balled up, wrapped up newspapers around your shins. It's like, you're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, whatever you could get your hands on,
some
cardboard, some foam, and you could tape it together. MacGyver, before MacGyver was a thing, and just build your own pads. And I think my mom would get these books in the mail, and these boxes, and I'd turn into blockers. And then I'd use my
street hockey, right? Not league hockey.
Street hockey, or just playing in the hallways.
Yeah, exactly, but not league hockey.
Oh heck no!
No.
This is at school or stuff. Just playing with my buddies, or playing with my brother, or just kids around the neighborhood, stuff like that. Yeah, not on the rink, not with the puck.
No. Okay, so
Sorry.
that's okay. Now to bring us back on track here, because I mean you got me reminiscing of my equipment then, but how did you what prompted you to leave Kenora, and where did you go?
Oh, okay. Well, I took a year off. I was very fortunate. We had this international traveling group come through town. It's called Up with People. Have you ever heard of them?
No. It kind of sounds like when I was a kid, people were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go try out with this traveling band of ninjas." It's like, dude.
Yeah,
you obviously know nothing about martial arts.
It's almost like running away and joining the circus. It wasn't, ninjas per se. It was more like a Broadway show.
Okay.
But it had its roots in Christianity. This group had started, I think, in the 30s, and then they'd split with the Christian part, and they became independent. And they kept many of the same ideas, but they dropped the Christianity part. And everywhere they went, not only did they perform shows, but they did community outreach projects. They never stayed in hotels. They always had host families that they stayed with. And so I did that for a year, and I traveled to 12 different countries.
12? Where? Where did you go?
Well, we started in Denver. We trained for the show in Denver. We did that staging and training for a month.
Denver's damn near a country in itself.
Oh, yeah. I think at the time, too, that was probably the largest airport in the world.
Okay.
When I was landing in there, I think that was back in '98. So that's when I left Kenora, '98.
Okay.
And these guys,
I feel so old talking to you guys.
Pardon me?
I feel so old talking to you guys from the league.
I think I was in my 20s. I think you only got 5 years on me, to be honest with you. I was in my 20s at the time.
Okay.
So, but yeah, these guys came through town, and they're like, "Hey, why don't you join?" I'm like, "Oh, I can't." "You should join." I'm like, "Nah." No.
We are a bit of a character.
Pardon me?
You are a bit of a character.
Well, I was lucky that I could join because they had the 3 M's that they were really looking for. So like male, minority, and musician. I'm no musician, but I'm a male and a minority.
Okay.
Got the black hair, the brown eyes. I'm from Canada.
Okay.
Asians don't recognize that, but if I tell a Westerner, hey, I'm Canadian, they're like, yeah, okay. Tell an Asian that, like, no, where are you from? I'm like, I'm Canada. No, your mom and dad, Canadian. And? Yeah, Canadian. Like, I go back to the original. Like, my grandma was actually born, like, on Lake of the Woods, Ontario. Not far from Northwest Angle.
Okay.
We got some, I guess I'm officially Métis, but I got some Ojibwe blood.
Really?
Chippewa, I guess you say in America.
Ojibwa, yep.
Yeah.
I'm part of Ojibwa also.
And yeah, and I got a mix of French and Scottish. Like anybody who emigrated to Canada before the 1900s, you know, you gotcha. I got
same with the States. You know, I'm a full mutt, so.
Yeah.
You
My
know.
mom likes to say Heinz 57.
Exactly.
You're a Heinz 57.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, mom.
Yeah, exactly. So you went to Denver, which is in the States, and then from there, where did you go from there?
Denver, yeah, we did staging, and then we, after the staging, we cut across the country. We went to the East Coast.
Uh-huh.
And we made a few stops along the way, just overnight, one-night stops. I remember even we stopped around Buffalo near Niagara Falls one night in my group. We had a Vietnamese kid. My cast, we had 120 people from 24 different countries. So in my host family group, we had about 5 of us. We had a Vietnamese guy, myself, a couple Americans, and I think a Danish girl. And yeah,
a Danish girl. Yeah, I can see where that's going.
Well, we almost lost our Vietnamese guy, not over the falls, but on the border. We tried to cross into Canada, and they wouldn't let us. And for some reason, they took our Vietnamese guy to Min will remember this. I mean, they took him into a room and they asked him all sorts of questions. Wow. I guess he didn't have his paperwork on him.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were waylaid there for about an hour.
So this would have been the mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Okay,
right before the millennium. Yeah,
okay, things were kind of
98,
rough between America and Canada at that time. I think they were starting to get rough around that time.
Oh my goodness! You know what? When I came back, we traveled. Yeah, so we cut across America. We did the East Coast, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, various states around there. Then we ducked down. No, we went up to Canada. That's right. We went into Ontario. We stopped at the falls again. No problems this time.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
We did Southern Ontario, and we worked our way up towards Timmins. We got as far north as Timmins. So I remember some of the cast managers asking me, "Hey, do you think your mom's going to come to the show?" I'm like, no, because Timmins, I mean, even though it's Ontario, same province, it's still like a day's drive.
Province is
25 hours.
That's like people go, oh, you know, Minnesota's not that big. No, dude, Minnesota, to drive from north to south is like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, and go east to west, you're looking at like 4 hours.
I've never been to St. Paul. I've never been to Minneapolis. I mean, because it's far.
It's huge. I mean, just in like Minnesota alone, if I'm not mistaken, and this drives my wife crazy when I mention it to her. Minnesota is like bigger than England. The whole country of England, Minnesota is bigger than.
Oh yeah.
Or it's quite
territories, the Commonwealth.
No. This is just like England itself, not Great Britain, but just England itself.
Okay.
Now, Great Britain, I think, is just a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Not counting all the territories, obviously, because Canada is a territory.
Yeah.
But of the 3 kingdoms, England, Wales, and Scotland, and Northern Ireland, I think that's just slightly bigger than Minnesota.
Okay.
But England itself, Minnesota is bigger. If I'm not mistaken, I'm probably.
No, I never would have imagined that England stood a chance against Minnesota size-wise.
Well, and it's not even like close to the biggest state. It's like in the middle.
Yeah.
So so far you've traveled across the states and Canada. So what about
Canada, Timmins, and then from Timmins, it was cool. Timmins, bilingual city there. It's great. Like we always stayed with host families. I was staying with an Anglophone family, but I mean, it was.
Okay, for some of my listeners, this is something that, to be honest, I just recently encountered in like looking at the history of hockey, and also with watching like the movie The Rocket and things like that. We don't have things like anglophones. What's an anglophone?
An anglophone. It's like the old phones we used to use.
Oh, come on. Come on now.
It's when we're on the lake fishing.
No, come on now. That's an angler.
Sorry. An anglophone. If I'm not mistaken, an anglophone is in Canada. We define an anglophone as somebody who grew up in an English-speaking family and speaks English predominantly, probably only.
And what would you consider yourself? Okay, a francophone is.
And then a francophone would be somebody who grew up in a French-speaking family, speaking predominantly French, and probably only French. Or maybe he could be a bilingual.
Okay, and what was your family?
Definitely anglophone.
Okay.
I'm terribly whitewashed anglophone.
You can't be more whitewashed than me. Yes, I have part Ojibwa in me, but when I tell people I'm part Indian, they're like, no, you're not. So.
I had that problem at one tournament. I remember the Rat Portage team, the reservation. Kenora surrounded by so many reservations.
Yeah.
But one reservation team asked me to play for them. And I did. It was like a one-day tournament. I think the prize was, we stood to win at least $100 each, maybe $150 each.
Uh-huh.
We had about 15 players on the team, and they didn't have a goalie. They asked me, can you play? I'm like, yeah, I can play. And we went to Washaganus Bay, I think it was, another reservation around the lake. And we competed. I think there was 5 reservation teams playing, and our team went to the finals. And
they said you're not in it.
Somebody
You're white.
called me out on it. Somebody called me out on it. One of the parents from the house league that I was playing in, Tommy White's father, I can't remember his name, but Tommy White. He was. I was playing against his team. Tommy White's a phenomenal player back in the day. He had this vicious slap shot as well. And, him and his brother. I can't remember his brother's name. His brother played in the league with my brother. But anyway, Tommy White's dad called me out. And third period, he's not Indian. He's not Indian. He's not native. And I couldn't prove it. It's like fucking Trump. Show me your documents. And I couldn't. This is like 80s, 90s or something.
Yeah.
I tried calling my grandma at work. Grandma, tell him I'm Indian.
Oh, man.
And I couldn't get a hold of my grandmother. And so we were ejected from the tournament.
And they lost.
Yeah, we had a bitter ride home. I remember
I bet.
the boys like really angry and swearing and like, "Whoa, calm down." But like, I'm thinking in my head, but I can understand their rage.
Yeah. Okay, so you've traveled with this group. You traveled across the United States and you traveled across Canada.
And so we dipped into.
You said 12 countries.
We were in Quebec, which was an incredible experience.
Okay. Well, you said 12 countries. I'm wondering what these other 10
Okay.
countries
well,
are.
Quebec's like a country. I mean.
Yeah, it's just because they predominantly speak
Have you been
French.
to Quebec?
No,
Okay.
I don't speak French.
And my family didn't speak English. That was crazy. We fucking had the dictionary going out and. Anyway, okay, so America, Mexico, North America, and then over in Europe, mostly Central Europe, and not too much East, but Italy, Vatican City, Germany, Austria, Slovakia, Belgium, France.
Wow.
Did I say Germany?
Yes.
Yeah, East and West.
Okay.
We did crisscross north.
Yes, because
south.
back then it was 2 countries.
No, actually, it was the 90s. It was,
okay.
But you can still feel the difference. I mean, getting over to East Germany, we went as far east as Poland. You can see Poland across the river.
Okay.
And I mean, this was like 98, 99, I suppose, and you can still see bullet holes from World War II.
Oh, I have no doubt. No doubt at all.
Yeah, Soviet cemeteries there. Oh, neo-Nazism was a big thing. Yep. I remember they told the black members of our group, don't go out at night. There's just a murder recently. It's just best you stay in.
Wow.
And we had to go into the schools too. We had community outreach. And, they do these like brotherhood projects. Hey, we are one. We are a family.
Yeah.
And we had some really good songs too. We had like this German medley, like all these German songs. I can still remember most of them. I can't sing them that well, but we capped it off with a song called Freedom, Freiheit. This is an epic song, and everybody. I remember that particular city. The fans joined in, or the crowd. It was a big crowd, and they joined in, and the lighters in the air. Freiheit, Freiheit, and something. Oh, it was beautiful. It's almost bringing a tear to my eye.
That's another reason why he's wearing the mask. So
Anyway, yeah, so Europe, and yeah, it's cool. When we actually toured the Vatican City and we performed there.
okay, wow.
Yeah, I'm
Bet
not
that was
Catholic.
amazing.
I'm not Christian. But turns out my father's mother. I met my father later, but when I was a teenager. But my father's mother is a devout Catholic, and I
Okay.
sent her a postcard from the Vatican, and she was
Cool.
very happy about that. And we performed for the Pope, John Paul II, and that guy.
Wow.
That's the Pope, but that's the only Pope I knew growing up. And it was
Yeah.
his birthday too.
Wow.
Yeah, we did a few numbers for him, and our
Okay.
Polish member of the group had a private audience
Wow.
with the Pope as well, with John. Yeah, we did shows in Disney World. Was it World or Land?
It depends where it was at.
Florida.
Florida, I think, is world.
Florida. Okay.
I
so
think.
yeah, Disney World.
I don't know.
Something else that was pretty cool. A long time ago. The whole thing was cool. It was an incredible experience.
I bet.
Like just learning to work together with just people that that you might not like or get along with otherwise.
Yeah, well, they need that nowadays.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the life skills that I got out of this group. It was an education group, and it was the idea was world smart instead of book smart.
Okay.
Learn by traveling the world,
Okay.
being part of the community, and working together, and yeah. I mean, everywhere we went, we recruited people to join us, and you had to pay. And like me, I was fortunate. I had a scholarship because I was a male and a minority, and they needed. It was mostly women, white women, in this group.
That doesn't
So they needed
necessarily
to
sound like a
bit.
bad thing to me.
Yeah, no, I loved it. It was an incredible year.
I bet.
It changed my life. It changed
Okay.
me. Yeah, I mean, and my mom really helped me out with that too. She secured a loan from work.
Okay, cool.
Without that, I don't think I could have done it. I mean, I couldn't have. I mean, I did all these fundraisers and stuff like car washes, spaghetti dinners, various odd jobs.
How much did that cost?
What's that?
How much did it cost? I mean, you said you got a scholarship, but how much if somebody
Yeah,
were to
right.
get involved in that?
I think I calculated it to be like if I calculated daily living expenses for Canada at the time, like how much it would cost for rent, food, everything, it was a fair price. I mean, that's how much I'd be spending a year if I was actually spending everything on my own. Like, so I think. And
Oh, so you had to pay for like your own food, your own.
No, food was donated, but we
okay.
had to pay to the group. Food
Oh,
was
okay.
donated by restaurants or families and stuff. But we had to pay to like, I guess it went to like buses. Like it was a Broadway production. It wasn't like Broadway, but I mean we had people who worked on Broadway producing it. And big numbers,
Okay.
Costumes, lighting. I mean our sound guy.
This almost sounds like something we could have like a whole podcast alone about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So this is really interesting, but
Yeah.
there,
Sorry, okay, yeah, go on.
there's so much I want to cover, and
course.
this I can just listening to you. I have so many questions about it. So it's like
I have so many stories. I can't.
we
I can't
will.
pick
That
one.
will.
I can't
You'll.
stay
I'm
on one.
absolutely going to have you on again so we can talk more
Okay.
about that.
No mask. Oh,
no-
by the
oh.
way, it's hockey day in Canada today, my hometown, Kenora, Ontario. So that's why I'm dressed up like this.
He's
I mean, I know
he's
when
wearing
you're
a
watching this, it's
Canuckian
not gonna be
shirt.
Hockey day in Canada and Kenora, but today it is, and so, hey Kenora, great work. I'm proud of you.
Awesome. That's why he's wearing the Canuckian shirt. So.
Anyway, yeah. Next
So-
question.
So how did you get involved in hockey?
Hockey.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, that was the thing to do growing up in Kenora, Ontario. I mean,
I think that's about anything in Minnesota and Canada.
yeah, I mean, there are other winter sports. I mean, you can cross-country ski, snowshoeing. I mean, the Voyageur games, you can race with your snowshoes on. I mean, there's what else? Curling, but there's no hockey night in curling. And I mean, and there's no ice fishing cards, But I mean, I had ice hockey cards, and I loved watching television. I loved watching the hockey night in Canada.
Okay.
And the community rink. There's about 5 different community rinks in our hometown. Rabbit Lake, Central, Rideout, Pinecrest. Keewatin actually had an arena, but the rest of them were outdoor rinks.
Okay.
I might have forgotten one. Evergreen, which is the one I represented. And that community club was just in the neighborhood. I remember we could always look up. It was up on top of the hill, and you could see if the lights were on or not, as it would be reflecting off this Ukrainian church.
Cool.
Fucking dome. Like, oh yeah, the light's on. All right, time to go to the rink. The rink's open. But yeah, the rink was the place to be in winter. My brother is a couple years older than me, and he was a really good hockey player.
Okay.
in my opinion.
Is that why you became a goaltender?
He wasn't a goalie. He was a right wing.
Okay.
And a very speedy right wing, a very good wrist shot. And he didn't score a lot of goals, but I mean, he's the guy I always watched when we had to go to the rec center to watch games, or when they would actually play. They had games at the outdoor rinks back then too. I didn't really watch the other guys too much, but yeah, my brother is the coolest. Like Mike said, your brother's the rock star. I'm like, exactly, exactly. And my brother was.
Okay. So,
but he wasn't a goalie, and I started out as a forward my first year.
Okay.
And I didn't get to touch the puck much. I remember finally when I did get the puck, I had a plan. I planned it out. And I'm like 5 or 6 years old now. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the puck. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna skate back behind the net. Like I always see guys do it, like Bobby Orr. I didn't always see guys like Bobby Orr, but I've seen it on the NHL guys just carrying it back, and it's always seemed to be a safe spot, taking it back behind the net. And I got the puck. I don't know, it was somebody bounced me accidentally or what. But I had it. I'm like, oh, it's my chance. And I started skating back behind the net, and then the parents are shouting at me, "You're going the wrong way! You're going the wrong way!" I'm like in my head, "No, I'm not." But the pressure, I'm like, "Oh!" I just turned around and started going back the other way, and I lost the puck. And then I didn't really care to be a forward too much beyond that. I wasn't that good of a skater, but
okay. So what convinced you to be a goaltender?
Nobody else wanted to do it.
Okay.
It was one of the main factors. And another thing is, I guess I liked it. I mean, those were my favorite pictures on the hockey cards.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they had these masks, these cool masks. Not just like this, but a variety of masks that maybe Dom can post.
Hockey masks, goalie masks from the 80s, yeah.
In the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I had all these hockey cards and these books, these picture books, and Hockey Night in Canada, of course. And yeah, the goalie was always my favorite. I mean, he just looked so cool. He had the glove, the blocker, the pads, and every time, I mean, all the pictures showed the goalie doing cool stuff.
For some people, the goalie looked cool.
I'm sorry, others it didn't. I didn't realize that.
Well, okay, I don't know when you started skating. I started skating when I was 2 years old. I started playing hockey when I was 4. And in a few of the leagues that I played in, of course, like nobody's really a goaltender, so everybody takes turn being a goaltender. And in one season, in one of the leagues, I was a squirt. They put me in goaltender. After one game, I said, nope, never again.
Oh.
I'm a defenseman. I'll play forward. I'm not good at it, but don't put me in the net.
I had one of those games, and I cried.
I
went to the bench, skating to the bench. I'm like, "Coach, get me out of here. Get me out of." Like, no, you finished the game, and I think they scored over 20 goals that game. They played all in our end.
I actually got a shutout in that game, but it was like,
what? You
yeah.
got a shutout? You're like, oh, because you were
no, because you know what? It's like
it's too easy.
People are
no.
It's people are rifling a small hard rubber object at you.
But
Granted, it squirts,
old.
but yeah, but still, that's what that messed with my head as a 6-year-old. Do you know what I mean?
Get it off the ice.
A few of them did.
Okay.
But it's just the idea.
Okay, yeah. I see.
Do you know what I mean?
Sorry,
it's
No, I mean, when I got older, we had one guy on our team. Fortunately, he was on our team. He was the tallest guy in the league, I think, for our division, and he had this booming slap shot. And I remember one time, like the goalie was so scared of it, he just ducked like it's not worth it.
But I know with some people, especially like my stepbrother, it's like, well, when he started, he wanted to play hockey. When he met me, he decided he was going to stop wrestling. He was going to play hockey, and he ended up being like one of the best goaltenders I'd ever met. It was just naturally gifted at it. But he was like one of those guys, like, yeah, I'll be in the net. No one's going to score on me. It was like, yeah, you're crazy, dude. And he was like really good. But he just had that mentality. It's not for me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I told you before, I'm a Gemini. I mean, so I got this like flip personality. I can be shy or I can be very outgoing. Right now, I'm just a little bit outgoing.
Okay.
But my goaltending can be a reflection of that. I mean, sometimes I can have these really good games, and then sometimes I have these bad games.
Uh-huh.
I remember talking to Clem Savard about that one time. He used to play the TWHL in the Flying Frongs, and we both had really good tournaments that year, in fact. But he had a bad game. It was like, oh, Lance, I let in 2 goals. I'm like, oh, I mean, Clem, whatever.
And you let
I
in
mean,
5.
if we were professionals, I mean, we wouldn't be playing here. First off, I mean, we'd be like NHL, we'd be paid to do this. But I mean, hey, I mean, this is just having fun, right? But yeah, I mean, that's it. I can't remember my point to this story, but
Being a goaltender. That's what we were talking about. Because like I not for me.
okay, yeah. I mean, I said yeah. If we were actually like real professionals, like if we were good every day. That's the point. If we were good every day, we wouldn't be here. I mean, we would be, doing something else totally.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Some people love
anyway,
Thailand.
I had a really good tournament. Usually, I have good tournaments, but sometimes like I can have some bad games. So it happens. So yeah, being a goaltender is not easy, but I do enjoy it. I mean,
Okay.
my favorite thing as a goaltender, I used to call it, making the crowd orgasm.
Okay.
Like
I'm
not
afraid.
much of a crowd, but
I'm
like,
afraid.
I'll just do some sort of save that nobody expects. Even myself, it's not like a pre-planned save, but somehow I make a save and people go, "Whoa, no!"
Yeah. Okay.
They just make
I
this,
understand.
oh,
Yeah. All right.
And I would do that regularly. I mean, I would also let in bad goals too.
I think I remember one of them. A shot John flipped up over you in the game that he got a hat trick.
Oh, yeah. I was unaware that time. I remember we had a bad line change too that game. I remember one of the subs coming off, and he's just thinking like a Thursday night coming off, and then John and Garf came down the line, and like the subs just going to the bench like, oh, you're killing me here. I probably should have been focused more on Zach and Garf, and John got that hat trick that night. But I was like, that sub's getting off way too slow. But yeah, you got a hat trick. But that goal, was that a good goal or a bad goal?
It depends on your point of view.
My point of view is I didn't see it. That's how it got in.
Okay.
But it was passed over, like probably from Garf. Like Garf passed it over, and John.
Garf would be Zach Garofalo.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Garf, sorry.
Just so
Sorry,
people
Zach.
know. Just so people know.
And I think John attempted to get more power on the shot than he actually got on it. And I committed to stopping the shot that John intended to take. But the shot John got off was like a golf shot. He chipped it. And to hear John talk about it, I think it fluttered over me. And
yes,
I didn't see it because I was like, I'm building a wall.
And it fluttered over you. Literally fluttered like a butterfly, just real slow and meandering.
I had no idea. I'm like, I got this. And then all of a sudden, John's got his arms up in the air. I'm like, no. And then I always ask John or anybody who scores on me if I can, like, how did that go in? How did I not stop that? What did I do wrong? What happened? Then I can try to not make that same mistake for next time.
Okay. All right. So next question is kind of a big one.
Okay. Oh.
How did you end up in Thailand?
Thailand. Well, my friend offered me a job, and I'm like, yeah. I actually wanted to come to Asia. When I traveled in that group up with people, we've done North America, we've done Europe, but I wanted to come to Asia. Now, I mentioned before my grandmother was Catholic, and that's my father's mom. Now, my father's half Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but his mother's like a Hungarian immigrant. Well, not a Hungarian. She was born in Canada, but her father had come over from Hungary. I guess late 1800s or something.
Okay.
Had a bunch of kids. Farmed the
as
land
they
in
did back
Saskatchewan.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, and then my dad's dad, her husband, he came from. Actually, I think he came over from like around the Hong Kong area, from Canton, and it's like Southeast China, and came over with the railroad workers, I suppose. And my dad was a young boy at the time. He came over with his dad. And I guess they worked the railroads.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know exactly what they're doing on the railroads. Haven't quite figured that out yet.
Okay. That doesn't tell me how you got to Thailand outside of the fact that
I wanted to go to
friend.
Asia. It's part of the like I had this Asian roots, and so I didn't meet my father until I was like 16, I suppose.
Okay.
And then even still, but I mean, like I knew I got the Ojibwe blood, but I got that Cantonese blood in me as well. And so actually, I wanted to come to like Hong Kong or China, in fact, not Thailand. I didn't know anything about Thailand. Taiwan, I didn't know the difference. I mean,
wow.
Seriously, I mean, growing up in Kenora, Thailand wasn't on the radar.
Okay.
Um,
No,
uh,
wait.
and
Now,
so
in a conversation that we had previously, not on the air, obviously, but I'm
yeah,
going to bring it up. You studied martial arts, right?
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like
Well,
Karate Kid, man.
Thailand is like one of the biggest martial art.
I didn't study Muay Thai boxing though. I started off
Yeah,
with
but you knew
Usui
about. You had to
karate.
know about it.
Well, okay, I studied martial arts, but I wasn't like serious about it.
Oh, okay.
Like I mean,
Okay.
I mean, like like when I got into karate the first time.
The first time. Okay.
That was like, what was that? When was the Karate Kid released? 84 or something?
Yeah, the first one I believe was in '84.
Yeah, so that's when I got into it. I had to have my karate gi. I remember my grandpa shelled out some cash for that, my mom's dad.
Okay.
Me and my dad shelled out. We had to go to the Shell gas station, my brother and I. We walked to the Shell, to the office. He wasn't at the gas station. Anyway, and yeah, we got some money for our karate gis. But yeah, we both signed up for karate, my brother and I, and we stuck it out for, I don't know, like, my brother lasted longer than I did. But I gave up because I think I was too small and too weak. Kept getting bullied. And, not bullied, but tell you what, my hockey improved so much after taking karate. My goaltending skills, they stepped up a level. And
Maybe
I noticed the difference.
Maybe it will help my hockey skill get better.
I think so.
I'm not a goaltender though.
Have you ever seen that movie Shaolin Soccer?
No.
Okay. Well, the main idea behind it is, if you do martial arts, it makes you good at everything, especially sports. And
Okay.
these Shaolin brothers, they build this football team, soccer team, and they use their chi to win the championship.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's a hilarious film.
Sounds like it.
Top grossing film out of Hong Kong, I'm sure.
Okay.
Or comedy, anyway. Sorry, Bruce. Anyway, yeah, so I did Ishinryu karate, but I got more serious into martial arts when I lived in Calgary. So after I traveled up with people, I went to Calgary, lived there for 5 years,
Okay.
and I stumbled upon Choi Li Fut Kung Fu.
Okay.
And I walked into this beautiful building. I guess I didn't realize it at the time, but it was the replica of the Temple of Heaven in northern China.
Wow.
On the outside and on the inside to a degree, and it was very beautiful. And I explored all the levels, 3 levels, and on the second or third level, it was right before Chinese New Year too. In fact, my future Sifu was demonstrating, or they're getting ready for Chinese New Year. He had a big class going on, and I'm like, whoa, this guy, he's out of Hong Kong too. Like he was an old guy, but he looked like a young guy.
Okay.
He's like, now he's 60 something, but at the time, so this was like 15 years ago. So yeah, 45, but he looked like he was 25 to me. And I remember his wife was there watching as well, and I asked the wife, I said, "Was that your son?"
Ooh. Oops.
Yeah, she wasn't happy. She gave me that exact same face. It's like, whoa, nope. And I go, oh, this guy's legit. This guy's for real. I mean, because just his movements were so smooth and precise. And yeah, and it turns out that, I mean, not only was he a Choi Li Fut master, but he's done Wing Chun, karate, various other arts as well.
Okay.
I guess he was inspired by Bruce not only just to study one martial art, but to do many. And so he's mastered quite a few. And he's also into like qigongs, hard qigong, soft qigong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a real deal Sifu. I mean, he doesn't make that much money, but he loves teaching. He's always teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I owe a lot to him. Hey, Sifu. Miss you.
Okay, so
yeah, sorry.
No. That's okay. Yeah, we're kind of absolutely jumping around, but that's okay. So you were in Calgary.
I was, yeah, for about almost 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I was before I came out to Thailand. But yeah, Calgary was awesome because I ended up working part-time for the Calgary Flames while I was there.
Sorry?
The Calgary Flames.
You
Calgary Flames
working
hockey
part-time for them?
Part-time?
Yeah, what did you do?
Well, I wish I was playing ice hockey. I didn't get the chance. They opened up the ice to us sometimes, so that was cool. I was in the merch department. So we were responsible for selling the jerseys, pucks, memorabilia, all that sort of stuff. So we were on site for all the games. So I was there for, I think, 3 years at least. And the final year I was there was the best. It was 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I came to Thailand. But 2004, Calgary had this this epic run to the Stanley Cup Finals, 4 rounds of first Vancouver, next I think it was San Jose, and then after that I forget, and finally Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And every night, win or lose, there was a party on 17th Avenue South.
Okay.
It's called the Red Mile, and people
Oh, no.
would flood the street. It was like Mardi Gras and New Year's wrapped into one. It was crazy, exciting, wonderful time to be a part of hockey. And
Yeah.
that dome was deafening. It was absolutely deafening. It's something that I'd always wanted to be a part of as a kid. I mean, I grew up watching, CBC games. International games are epic hockey games, and the crowd's just going crazy. And I wanted to be a part of that.
Okay.
So badly. And I got my wish, that 2004 run when they went that 7-game final. Oh, yeah, what a run. I mean, the Flames officially didn't win it, but in my heart they did.
Okay.
I mean, I guess Game 6, the puck apparently crossed the line. It was so quick. It bounced out. The ref missed a call. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Anybody who was in Calgary 2004 knows about that. We scored a Game 6. It was Saturday night in Calgary. And the Flames were poised to win. They should have had it, could have had it, but they were just too fast for the cameras. Too fast for the refs.
I was going to say.
The cameras caught it.
Did they have instant replay back then?
It took 2 minutes for them to catch up and say, hey, we should check that again. And the goalie, I think it was Kiprusoff, he had stopped it, but his pad, the way it was shaped, like, I don't know if you can see me, but it came across the line here, right around his foot and shin where it connects there, and bounced out. And he had the whole line covered except for right there.
Okay.
So it was such a close call. It was so quick. But if the camera crews or the officials caught it quick enough, we could have had the cup that year. Or, I mean, it was third period. I think there's 5 minutes remaining. Perhaps Tampa Bay could have come back. But otherwise, that was rightfully Calgary's. But yeah, it was a tough loss for a lot of people. I remember people crying. That was the only time that we didn't really have a big party on the Red Mile. People were crying that night.
Okay.
Whoa, it's just a hockey team, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I live in Calgary. So I did the martial arts there for about 4 or 5 years. No, not 5, excuse me. About 3-4 years, I suppose, martial arts for the Flames. It's cool, yeah, my paychecks would be signed by they said, I had official checks back then.
Wow.
And it said, Calgary Flames Hockey Club.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Now that we're back on talking about hockey, was this you actually had a NHL tryout?
I like to call it an NHL tryout. I told Scotty Murray, I said, hey, Scotty, I tried out for the NHL once. And I told him about it. He's like, oh, no, that's not really the NHL. But for me, it was the NHL. That's the way it was advertised.
Okay.
Yeah. It was so cool. They had this open call on the air. I can't remember if I saw it on television or it was on the radio. It must have been TV.
Okay.
It was for a reality TV series called Making the Cut. And, they said, call this number or send us an email and get on the roster. I'm like, oh, yeah. It was great because this is something I had honestly been thinking about, like just a week or two before. I mean, this was 2004, before I'd left, and I'd done a lot of martial arts at the time. And I thought, wow, my reflexes are so good now. I'm so strong. I'm so fit. I'm so fast. I hadn't played goal in a few years, mind you, but that didn't stop me. I'm thinking I can do this. I didn't even have any goal equipment at the time, but I signed up. I'm like,
okay.
I'm gonna do this because it was really a dream come true. I want to do this. I remember the movie The Rookie came out around this time too, Dennis Quaid or something. And about some guy. I'd never seen the movie, but the synopsis is some guy who's like in his 30s, my age, who gets a shot at the big leagues. And I thought, oh, I wish I could do that. Man, I think I can do it. I think I had this road hockey game. And I stopped everything with street hockey. Ooh, I'm on top of the world.
But I stop a lot of stuff in street hockey too. So
yeah. I don't know. I was in my zen at the time.
Okay.
And then I just sat on the steps in front of the place I was living at the time, and I'm thinking, I wish I could have a chance. Oh, wow. And I wish I could just show them how good I am. Like maybe I could be developed or something. But if I had that chance, maybe I could get my foot in the door. And then a week or two later, this advertisement with Tom Cochran playing in the background. My boy's gonna play in the big league. I don't even know that song. Anybody who grew up in Canada knows that. CRTC rules. Anyway, yeah, I'm like, oh, cool. And so I tried out. It's so cool. They actually had to make it to 2 days because of all the goalies that had signed up.
Okay.
Kids coming from everywhere. People. I mean, we had this one guy, as a teenager from Saskatchewan, ended up making the cut. I wasn't good enough. I mean, I had to buy new equipment at the time, which I had none. I only had my skates, my helmet, and my jock strap, and my neck guard. That's it. That's all I had. And I wasn't even in Calgary at the time. I think I had to get that from Kenora somehow. Or no, it was in Calgary, but whatever. So yeah, I had to get, chest protector, glove, pads.
That ain't
shorts.
cheap.
No, it wasn't. And I was kind of fortunate that I had this payout from the hockey league that I was playing in. I got injured, and this insurance company took forever to pay, and then they finally paid up. But at the time, it got switched over, and then it's another insurance company. I got paid twice from 2 insurance companies, and I'm like, whoa, this is great. This is the exact amount of money I needed. Yeah, I was playing hockey in that ball hockey league, but I wasn't goalie. I was defense. That's why I didn't have all my equipment. Anyway, yeah, so I bought these really tiny pads, like for 7-year-olds.
Okay.
And then my chest protector too is like 12-year-olds, I think. My gloves were small. Like, it was really Kelly Rudy inspired getup that I had. It was like the smallest goalie there, like the stick man. But I thought, no, I'm a martial artist. I'm fast. I just gotta,
So how far did you make it?
Well, it didn't help that the guy who sharpened my skates didn't know how to sharpen goalie skates. Razor sharp. And one drill I had, skate to the line, then shuffle across the blue line, skate to the line, and shuffle. Oh, I could not do that very well because my skates were they're as sharp could be. So I just failed that exercise. My stick handling also, when I had to play the puck in the corner, the drills you had to do in the corner, I don't have a good shot, so I failed that regard. Well, I think I failed too because I was really small.
Or your gear was small?
Pardon me.
Or your gear was small?
Yeah, my gear was small. I made some good stops. I remember even making the coach orgasm. Like, whoa! What a stop! A couple of times. No. One time he orgasmed, another time he's slapping his stick on the ground. I said stick. It was like the beaver tail, like one of the center boys call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I was happy with my performance, and I don't blame that they picked the kid from Saskatchewan who drove like 9 hours to be there, like some 17-year-old kid. Yeah, I mean, he deserved it. He was a good kid.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a bunch of us. I was definitely the smallest goalie, and yeah, they filmed it, and I never saw the episode. I was in Thailand by that time.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. That was on my birthday. That was the coolest birthday I've ever had.
Absolutely.
My tryout day was June 12th.
Wow.
And yeah. I think I had my tryout at noon, 12 o'clock at noon, in fact.
Okay.
That was awesome.
So you went from Calgary to Thailand then?
I did.
Okay. So how long have you been here?
Since 2004, so that's, I guess we're climbing on to 13 years.
Yeah, so you've been here a year longer than I have.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so you would have come
2005?
pre-coup or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, when I came,
first, well, not first coup, but...
That was my first coup.
Yeah, that was my first coup, too. It was like... It was so funny. That's a whole nother story. we're already have gone off track somehow. That's a whole nother story.
All right, I'm zipping my lips here. A ton of stories about that first year, but go on, yeah.
Okay, so how did you get... When you came to Thailand, did you find out there was hockey in Thailand prior to coming here?
No, I wasn't.
Did you bring your gear or what?
Nothing. No. I came here. I had a job lined up. I'm like, great. I'm gonna try something different. And I mean, I played ball hockey for a few years before coming in Calgary. I've had a cool ball hockey league that I played in, but I was a defense. I wasn't a goalie.
Okay.
And anyway, yeah, no, I'd left all my gear behind in Calgary. Not at all looking for the game. Then I don't know. One day I'm on holiday on Koh Samit. I'm playing volleyball with a bunch of tourists.
As you do.
What's that?
As you do when you're on holiday, you know.
And then there's one guy on the other side of the net, Jiri, or George in English, Jiri in Czech. he's a really aggressive, strong player. He had this like big volleyball game. Like he wasn't like that good of a player, but he had passion and he liked spiking it and stuff. And me with my goaltending skills, it beach volleyball, I'd be diving everywhere, stopping the balls, bam, bam, and we had this good flow going on. Like, and then afterwards, after the match, we had a chat and got to know each other a bit. And he told me that he's a hockey player. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, I play hockey. He says I play ball hockey and ice hockey. I'm like, what?
Okay.
Wow. I said, oh, I wish I could play. He said, well, do you want to play? I'm like, yeah, yeah, I want to play.
So again, you had to buy all new equipment again.
Well, okay, so the ball hockey British club, they've got sticks there if you want to play, and for goalies, anybody who wants to be a goalie. Sometimes they don't have goalies. In fact, they gave me a call today, like, Lance, can you play? I'm like, no, I'm working. I got an appointment, sorry. But yeah, they had the gear, so, and the guy playing at the time, a couple of guys they had, they didn't have that much of experience in net, so I became the main goalie at the time.
Okay.
And I shared it, but yeah, they had goalie gear for me, so I played ball hockey goalie. And I remember Mekong Cup, which is a tournament that they have every year, and it used to be in Phuket. This year it's in Bangkok.
Okay.
Anyway, Mekong Cup, my first Mekong Cup, I was playing goalie and defense, alternate games. And I played defense one game, and much like the beach volleyball, when I play defense, I have these goalie attributes that I like to add to the game. So if somebody takes a shot, I'll block it. I'm going to block it. And I'll make a big effort to block it. Other guys on the other teams are people just spectating like, whoa, that guy's crazy. I'd never do that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a ball. It's not a puck.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt.
Well,
it left a mark. It didn't hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, anyway. Other guys, yeah. I mean, I'd see guys get nailed by the ball and then fall like a timber, like a tree. But me, it's just bounce off me. I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, goaltenders have a different mentality.
I used to think I had a high tolerance for pain, but that's another story. Anyway, so I'm playing with Scotty Murray in this ball hockey tournament, and I was like, wow, Lance, that was different. I think he said that too, but hey, can you play ice hockey? I'm like, yeah, I can. But he wanted me to play as like a defense or forward. I'm like, yeah, okay. And so Scotty had this equipment. That's an infamous equipment that everybody's open to people who come here. Anyway, so yeah, I put on the skates.
I'm getting
pads,
some of that.
Pads.
Yeah.
He had the whole setup, and I put it on, and I sucked.
I bet he went, oh, that was a mistake.
Oh, my first shift, I'm like just dying, trying to get off going to the bench, and like, oh, and this other guy's like, I just got off. I'm like, fuck. And then he's like, okay, I'll go. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because
Because you're a goaltender.
But I was an accomplished defenseman in this Calgary ball hockey league.
But ball hockey's not hockey. I mean, it's like hockey, but it's ball hockey. It's not ice hockey.
But the elements pretty much the same.
They're similar.
You gotta outscore your opponent.
That's in any competitive sport.
True. Okay. Touche. But I mean, they got goal masks and goal gloves and goal pads and goal nets. Anyway, I digress. I know what you mean. Okay, it's not the same.
It's similar, but yeah. Okay, so then so you first time in playing hockey.
Oh, yeah. So Scotty. Okay. So
you died on the ice pretty much.
I think I did that twice. Like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm getting my equipment back. I'm going back home, getting my pads.
Okay, so you went home and got your pads then.
And the pads that I got were those tiny little pads that they used to make in Toronto. So that's all I had.
I bet you showed up with those and Scott was going.
No. That's pretty much the normal reaction I got every time I brought those pads. The reason why I wasn't a ball hockey goalie, because I actually had smaller pads before that. They're even tinier.
Oh, man.
And they're like, oh, yeah, we don't want you to be goalie anymore. Like, I played a few good games, but eventually people could figure out, like, oh, we know how to score on them now. And so then they switched it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was a much better defenseman anyway. But anyway, yeah. So I had this tiny equipment, and I'm like, and I remember too, that my first game I did really good, or first Thursday night I did awesome. I remember.
So this was a Thursday night
had the shootout contest at the end of the night, and they struggled to score.
So was this the Thursday night shinny hockey, or was
it was
this
Wednesday night back in the day? It used to be Wednesday.
But it was shinny hockey.
The shinny,
okay.
The open skate. And I just remember I stopped a lot of shots.
Okay.
I guess maybe people weren't trying that hard. I think, I was still in pretty good shape at the time, and yeah, I mean, I thought if Kelly Rudy can do it, I can do it.
Okay.
And I did it. I wasn't that great all the time, but yeah, eventually, I think after a year, I got some bigger stuff.
Okay. So, meanwhile, have you played for like the Thai World Hockey League?
The Thai World Hockey League, yes, yeah.
What was that like?
I remember my very first game when I had that tiny stuff too. I was so nervous. I probably didn't eat properly that day, or probably didn't sleep well the night before, and I had a horrible game. And yeah, they didn't ask me back too quickly after that. But I was subbing. For somebody who's hurt or something, or was out of town.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost that game. Yeah, I played for the Pelican Flyers, they were called.
The Pelican Flyers.
Yeah, the Pelican. Yeah, D, the letter D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of our big sponsors back then.
And how many times did you only played once for them, or?
That particular season, they needed some goalies, and I think I was better than the other guy at the time. Some guy, he couldn't stop a beach ball. Poor kid. He was some Thai guy who liked the idea of being a goalie, but he just had no background or no skill or no passion, or he just had bad luck and he couldn't stop much. And I think eventually he fractured his ankle or something.
Oh, so how long ago was that?
2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, so you've been playing hockey in Thailand for like 8 years. No, sorry, 10 years.
Well, you know what? Actually, I took a year off.
Okay.
2 years. No. I took 2 years off.
Why?
I also played in the BIHL.
Why did you take 2 years off?
Well, when I was playing in the BIHL, we had this championship game that I was playing in, and
still in the small equipment.
I had upgraded, but it still was small compared to other goalies. This was in 2012. 2013 season. It was actually December 13th, Friday the 13th it was.
Oh no. Hence the mask.
Yeah. Second period, stopped the slap shot from the blue line. Some guy rifled it, and I jumped up to stop it, and my chest protector, through the force of the velocity or whatever, gone down, and I'd gone up, and it exposed my collarbone, and it fractured it.
Oh!
I didn't realize it had fractured at the time. It hurt.
Yeah.
But I'd been hurt many times before using small equipment like that. Whatever, I'll just rub it off. Just keep playing. And I did. I kept playing.
It made it worse.
Well, it was my left hand. It was my glove hand, and at the time I had an infamous glove hand. And I remember taunting the other team, some guy on the other team, seeing him outside the rink, one of my buddies. I'm like, shoot for the glove hand. Shoot, please, shoot. And so they didn't. He told the other guys, don't go for the glove hand. And so that was the side I had fractured. And so I wasn't using that too much.
Okay.
In fact, I only realized in the third period that there was a serious problem. And that was in fact doing a glove save. The bone, it was wrong. It was wrong, and it hurt. Oh my God! And I looked at the clock, and there's less than 10 minutes left. Okay.
Did you finish the game?
I finished the game.
Okay.
I remember, trying to play the puck too. Oh. No, that might have been the first sign of it. That was when I tried to play the puck. I went to the corner and I played the puck and I tried to shoot it, and oh yeah, that was it. I went to go shoot the puck, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I looked at the clock and I'm like, okay, well, let's see how far I can take this. Let's finish this if I can. And I did.
Okay. Wow.
We lost. Wasn't worth it in the end. I mean, I think before I broke the collarbone, it was 2-1 for them.
Uh-huh.
And then they pulled ahead 4-1 by the end of it.
Wow. Oops.
So yeah, and then after that, I was playing in the TWHL and the BIHL at the same time.
Okay.
And I remember I texted my captain for the TWHL at the time, yeah, I'm out. I'm done. Sorry. Can't play anymore. And I felt really bad because I think the captain actually selected me. Out of all the goalies at the time, he picked me first.
Okay.
And so I really felt I let them down. I think that was the case. But anyway, I certainly let them down. I couldn't finish the season. And so I did nothing but, watched YouTube or checked Facebook in my spare time. I wasn't playing sports at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting on my butt a lot. And that resulted in a herniated disc, this old injury that I had from 15 years ago. It came back. I forgot all about it. Because I wasn't exercising, my disc had slipped again. And over the next year, I had to battle it like at least 4 different times. Like, it seemed every 3 months it would slip again. It would get worse and worse. I remember one time I was home alone, and my girlfriend was off to her parents that weekend, Friday night, and the disc slipped so badly that I couldn't even move. Like, I was stuck on my bed. Like, every move I made hurt. I had the sciatic pain running down my leg from my back down to my ankle. Like, I thought I had a high tolerance for pain before, but no, this made me a very weak man. And yeah, I couldn't move, and I couldn't reach my phone, and I was just stuck.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'd seen a lot of Hollywood movies. And I remembered this one scene where some guy did this thing and then something happened, and I actually started pulling on my bed sheet and like pulling my phone near me. Fortunately, it wasn't really I was reeling it in. And it's closer. And, okay, I could get the phone. I punched my girlfriend's phone number into the phone and speed dial. That is, I don't know her number.
Same girlfriend now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
how long ago was that?
I said, "Help me,
Yeah.
help me." This was 2014, so
Wow.
yeah, not too long ago. Or it could have been 2015, actually.
Okay.
2015, in fact. Yeah.
So you were out for
and
what?
she hadn't left yet. She was gonna leave like either that night or the next day, and she had to come back to my place on the other side of town and then call an ambulance. The ambulance had to come and like, fish me out of bed, fold me up into the elevator, and that was my very first ambulance ride.
Out of how many years of hockey, you've only had one ambulance ride, and it wasn't even involved with hockey?
Yeah, right, eh? But yeah, so yeah, I was bedridden for like 5 days after that. I was in the hospital, and darn it, I had bought a ticket to go to Canada at that time too. I had to cancel my flight.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that episode was the worst, and then I got better. I'd always get better, but then it would come back, and I'd get better again. And it's only happened 2 times since then. And I had a little tease maybe a month and a half ago.
Okay.
I was at the boxing gym. My coach grabbed my heel and then thrusted it upwards, forgetting that I had a bad back. And he's like, kick me. And I did. And then he grabbed my foot, like Miyagi style. And I'm like, oh, I felt that slip. But fortunately, it wasn't too bad.
Okay, good.
Anyway.
So yeah. How long were you out then?
2 years. 2 years.
Wow.
And the landscape had changed hockey. It was totally different than 2 years I was off. I couldn't believe it. Like, yeah, before I left, it was TWHL and BIHL. And BIHL, I was only foreigner playing in the BIHL at the time, and I'd done that for 2 seasons. Or 1 season certainly. The second season maybe they started letting in foreigners. Or anyway, but I played 2 seasons BIHL, and my team had fractured. It had split apart when I'd come back. Instead of my BHL team being the same team that instead of that team being, it wasn't the same. Like, there was a fight with the management, and one of the coaches went one way and another one went one way. And so I joined one of the coaches, and so that had changed. But not only had that changed, I mean, then the BIHL. There was an influx of foreigners then, and there was a lot more teams. And the TWHL had folded. It had disappeared. It's been swallowed up and had been replaced by a couple of shinny nights, a Monday night and a Wednesday night shinny, and it was different. It was different. And I couldn't believe it. Like, it was for me, it was like a bit of an apocalypse. Like, oh, no more TWHL. It was just the funnest. And then.
And now you have the SHL.
Oh yeah, the rebirth. The phoenix has risen. Yeah, I mean, I was really depressed about it, and I didn't even think I'd be in the SHL with my back problems. You know, when they sent me out the call to play, I told them, I don't think I can. This was in August, and I was recovering from my last problem, the herniated disc. That's the last
Okay.
time I had a serious problem. And I'm like, I replied to the email. I was like, sorry, I can't play full time. Part time, maybe, but full time, forget it. No, I'm not going to commit.
Uh-huh.
And
And then
but yeah,
now
now
you're full time for the
Now I-
Sukhumvit Spitfires.
think so.
The team that's in second place.
yeah, eh?
They were
Yeah,
in
yeah.
last place, and now they're in second.
Well, it's a really good team. Donnie Kerfoot,
Yeah.
what a blessing he's been.
Adrian's got his game back.
Oh, thank goodness.
He went for a stretch without even getting a point.
Oh, yeah, and he's like, oh, I can't get a goal, and he was getting so frustrated that
Yeah.
he's starting to do that rafter thing. I hate it when guys look up to the rafters like, they give up on the play. They're like talking to God or to the hockey gods, give me something. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
keep your eye on the puck. I'm thinking, like, because when guys do that, I mean, they're just out of the play.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get a juicy rebound, or you never know what's going to happen. But anyway, yeah, he's doing that rafter thing. And like, anyway, he's out of that He's out of that funk now.
And
He
now
stepped up.
you stepped up because, Jason Kotzmeyer is out with a torn MCL. So
Yeah.
they said, hey, do you want to go full time and what?
Well, actually, I started out as an aware goalie, replacing Eve.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that because if I'm not mistaken, I think you got the first shutout in the league.
Against the Spitfires, no less.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think so. Yeah, I'd have to
Yeah.
go look at the sheets, but yeah, I think so.
Well, I tell you what, my defense really played an awesome game, and I had great offense too.
Mhm.
That time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a dominant team that game, so it was so easy. I mean, I think they counted 15 shots, so I wasn't too busy. But yeah, I stopped them all. Some guy said I played good. I'm like, yeah, all right, you sound sincere.
You were the first shutout in SHL history, not only in the season.
Yeah. What week was that? Week 4? Week 5?
Yeah, that's beside the point.
Okay.
You'd figure somebody would have gotten a shutout by then.
Yeah, true. And nobody's done it yet, eh? Since, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Not yet, but I'm sure there's one coming.
Yeah.
A few.
But
I'm trying to get my second one, in fact, but they keep scoring. I'm like,
that's because you keep giving guys like John Sukumvit these wonderful butterfly goals.
Well, that dude's fit, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure he works out. I'm sure he exercises regularly. So he's on his game.
Yeah, he is. I mean, number 1 in the league for points, number 1 in the
Yeah.
league for goals, number
Yeah.
1 in the league for assists.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when he started that meteoric rise. I was still playing for Aware, and he got that his first hat trick on me. Darn it!
Yeah.
Congrats, John.
It was
I remember all those goals to this day.
If I'm not mistaken, it was the second hat trick of the league. So
Oh yeah.
the second,
Okay.
not the first. At least it wasn't the first hat trick.
Okay.
Paul
Yeah.
Stoddart got the first one from Hooters.
Oh yeah, Paulie. Yeah. Yeah, he's been playing really good too this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why the teams are losing and stuff like that. I mean, part of it is like the Thai national players aren't around, and another part of it. Well, I heard they're coming back, which would be great.
Oh yeah, it's gonna change. It's gonna change. Everything wants to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Now going into the second half of the season, but
Especially, I mean, then these guys will be like their peak physical condition, and especially if they can come away with a gold medal, they'll be so pumped up.
yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, and we just like last week there was like 3-day holiday, so a lot of guys were off with their family and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I
That
was so
made it
worried
hard.
about that game too. I'm like, I'm playing against the top 3 scorers in the SHL. And
Yeah,
I
no,
just-
top 3 points, not even. Well, yeah, the top 3 points people. Not all of them are the top scorers because
yeah.
like Zach and Mike have a lot of assists, but Mike's goals have really been coming along.
Yeah. He got one that night, and I remember thinking like, I think my win streak's about to end. We're gonna play the top team, and I don't feel so good.
And you guys pulled it off.
Oh, we did. Yes. Yeah. So happy after that win. Like, yeah. The train keeps on going.
So I hate to call it to an end here. We are running a bit long, but that's okay. I definitely, absolutely want to have you on again. You are a riot, at
No
least from my
mask.
opinion.
Next time, no mask.
That's up to you.
Kiss, hang up the
Maybe
bucket.
it'll become your signature thing.
Well, if it's hockey day in somewhere, maybe Maybe we could.
Well, some of my listeners only listen to the audio portion because
really?
I am on iTunes, but
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I've always had a great voice for a great face for radio.
yeah, exactly. I think that's my problem. But anyway, so I'm going to have to end this here, and I want to thank everybody for coming along. But before I end it fully, I do this thing at the end of every episode, which I call Always Remember. And basically what I want to do is I want to leave my listeners with something kind of positive. And when I have a guest on, I like to ask my guest if they will do the Always Remember. And of course, you have the option to say no.
Okay.
So only one person has said no, but it's entirely up to you if you'd like to do. I would appreciate it if you do the Always Remember. So, and what you do is just say Always Remember.
Sure. All right. So always remember, no matter how bad you have it, somebody's got it worse. Except for that person on the bottom, but everyone else, they got it worse.
All right. Well,
I mean, yeah, seriously, count your blessings. Try not to take the simpler things in life for granted. I mean, yeah, the sun is shining, plants are growing, dogs are barking. I don't know, babies are crying. I mean,
sometimes that's not such a good thing, but yeah.
It's a silver lining.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Thanks a lot, Lance.
Thanks, Dobbs.
See you guys later. Bye-bye. It's time for SHL News. So we just finished off Week 11. In our first game this week, we had Sport Corner Titanium versus the Aware. Sport Corner Titanium came into this game after beating the Aware in a close one last week. To stay on top of the league, they will need to keep things rolling and putting the puck in the net. With John Sukhumvit coming back from holiday, this shouldn't be that hard to do. Combine that with how Mike Wilson and Zach Garofalo's games have been coming along, and they should continue their winning ways. One of the things that has changed for Sport Corner Titanium was Zach Garofalo stepping down as captain and Mike Wilson taking the position. Aware came into this game after a hard-fought loss to Sport Corner Titanium last week. For them to redeem their loss from last week, they'll need to shrug off this loss and get back to their game. With having their captain, Patrick Lumbeck, back from coaching the Thai national team to a gold at the Asian Winter Games to lead them, they should have a good game. Mike Wilson of Sport Corner Titanium started this one off at 10:15 with the assist going to Oleg Kvasha and Joe LaMancha. With 6 minutes left in the period, Devin Michael of the Aware tied it up with the assists going to Brendan Vick and Richie. With 4 minutes left, Mike put Sport Corner Titanium back in the lead with an unassisted goal. The end of the first period saw Sport Corner Titanium 2 with 14 shots and Aware 1 with 12 shots. 2 minutes into the second period, Ryan Haynes tied it back up for the Aware with the assist going to Patrick. At 12:35, Mike got his hat trick and put Sport Corner Titanium back in the lead with the assist going to Joni Heinonen and Zach. About halfway through the second period, Yves Gabriel sustained a lower body injury, but he kept strong and finished out the period, and Lance Parker took his place in between the pipes. With 4 minutes left in the second period, Ith was called for tripping. Sport Corner Titanium's penalty kill looked really good tonight, but Aware's power play was just a little bit better, with them scoring a goal with seconds left in the penalty. With 1:35 left in the period, a goal coming from Bill Bredesen which was assisted by Patrick and Brendan. The end of the second period saw Sport Corner Titanium 3 with 21 shots and Aware 3 with 22 shots. Things remained pretty locked up for half of the third period, but Brendan Vick got the game winner for the Aware with the assist going to Christian Olsson and Henrik Olsson. With 3:13 left in the game, Henrik was called for tripping, but Aware's penalty kill had been top-notch, and they stopped Sport Corner Titanium from getting a goal. Aware had an all-around great game, and they were able to stop Sukumvit from even getting an assist this week. The final score was Sport Corner Titanium 3 with 29 shots and Aware 4 with 31 shots. The Rolling Stone Pizza Player of the Game went to Mike Wilson for his hat trick, and I had a chance to catch up with him after the game. Sorry, girls, he's wearing a sweater for this one. I have the Rolling Stone Pizza Player of the Game, again, Mike Wilson. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
3 goals? How many goals did you have tonight?
Yeah, I got 3 in, thankfully. It would have been nice to get the win, but it was tough sledding out there. That ice was something else, but We played hard, but just came up short, unfortunately.
Yeah, the ice looked really snow tonight, but I mean, really close game.
Yeah, no, those games are fun. It's back-to-back now. We've played those guys one-goal games, and it's fun. We got to admit, they got the last one, so we'll be sure to get the next one.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thanks again, man.
After our first game, the SHL had a ceremony for Patrick Lumbeck for helping out with the Thai national team with winning the gold at the Asian Winter Games. In our second game, we had Hooters Nana facing off against the Sukhumvit Spitfires. Hooters Nana have been on a bit of a slide for the last 5 games, but all of their games have been really close. They just needed a few bounces to go their way, but they just haven't been able to get them. Last week, they lost a close one to the Sukhumvit Spitfires. To be able to pick this one up, they're going to need to forget about last week's game and start this one new. Sukumvit Spitfires are on a hot streak right now with winning their last 5 games. They've been a force to reckon with Lance Parker in the net, and both Donnie Kerfoot and Adrian Myers have been adding points to their totals, and their second-level guys, Harrison Otstemelt and Jason Bitter, are producing as well. Hooters Nana started this one off right with Justin St. Denis getting the first goal 1 minute into the game with the assist going to Andy Brine. At 11:44, Scott Wickham was called for interference, but Hooters Nana did a great job on the penalty kill for this one. At 10:13, Hooters Nana received a penalty for too many men, which was served by Hara Ichiro, making it 3-on-5 for the Sukhumvit Spitfires, but Hooters Nana killed off both penalties to maintain their lead. Things were really looking good for Hooters Nana when at 5:50, Top Ruttapong put one in the net with the assist going to Andy and La. At 4:19 of the first period, Sukhumvit Spitfires finally answered back with an unassisted goal from Harrison. The end of the first period saw Hooters Nana 2 with 7 shots and the Sukhumvit Spitfires 1 with 12 shots. 1 minute into the second period, Sukhumvit Spitfires tied it up with an unassisted goal from Ab Chanrak. At 14:45, Donnie Kerfoot put the Spitfires in the lead with the assist going to Darius Konatapets and Scott Murray. At 11:10, Adrian was called for hooking, but the Sukhumvit Spitfires did an amazing job with killing this penalty and keeping the shots down. 16 minutes in, Hara Ichiro tied it up for Hooters Nana with the assist going to Top. The end of the second period saw Hooters Nana 3 with 16 shots and Sukhumvit Spitfires 3 with 18 shots. At about 1 minute into the third period, the Sukhumvit Spitfires got another chance to display their penalty kill prowess as Peem was called for tripping. 1 minute later, Donnie picks up the puck, weaves in and out and around the Hooters players, and scores an unassisted shorthanded goal to again put the Spitfires in the lead. 6 minutes into the third period, Garrett Howden puts one in the net for the Sukhumvit Spitfires with the assist going to Tar Jerichai. With 6 minutes left in the game, Hooters try to make a comeback with a goal from Michael White with the assist going to Justin and Andy. The Sukhumvit Spitfires fought hard to put this one on in the win column and didn't allow Hooters another goal. The final score of the game was Hooters Nana 4 with 20 shots and Sukhumvit Spitfires 5 with 25 shots. The Rolling Stone Pizza player of the game was Donnie Kerfoot for his great defensive play as well as scoring 2 goals, with one of them being the game winner. And I had a chance to chat with him after the game. I have the Rolling Stone Pizza player of the game again, Donnie Kerfoot. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tom. Much appreciated.
Close game again. 5-4.
Yeah, everyone was working hard out there. The ice was pretty rough and it was pretty foggy out there, so it was a battle all around.
Yeah, I mean, the ice, it was definitely really bad tonight, but maybe next time.
Yes. I think I'm looking forward to next game, being a little smoother than that.
All right, congratulations again. Thank you.
Tom.
Just a reminder, there are no games on March 12th. Going into Week 12, we have some really exciting games. In our first game at 8:30, we have the 2 top teams and the 2 hottest point players in the league. Right now, Mike Wilson of Sport Corner Titanium in second place with 20 points in 12 games, and Donnie Kerfoot of the Sukhumvit Spitfires in fourth place with 18 points in 8 games. Both Mike and Donnie have each received 3 Rolling Stone Pizza players of the game. It's time for SHL News. I have the Rolling Stone player of the game, Donnie from the Sukhumvit Spitfires. It's about time you guys win one. What happened?
I don't know. We battled hard out there today and got up a couple and then tied it up. I think we might have been down at one point and we just kept on battling and just came through in the end.
Excellent. So what's the plan for the next game?
Just keep working hard and make sure we got our feet moving and moving the puck. Heads up, keep moving. That's my motto. Heads up and feet moving.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tom.
It's time for SHL News. I have the Rolling Stone player of the game, Mike Wilson of Sport Corner Titanium. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
5-3. Wow, what a great game.
Yeah, it was really good. We had a good game down low, cycling the puck well, and moved it back to the point. They played well, and obviously felt good to get the win.
Excellent. So what's the plan for the next game?
We're just going to keep it up. We're on a big roll here, improving things as we go. Defense are playing well. Again, that low cycle is working, and we're just going to try and keep that rolling as long as we can.
All right, excellent. Thanks a lot. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
It's time for SHL News. I have the Rolling Stone Pizza player of the game, Donnie Kerfoot, again. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
4 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah, it was a close game. I was just trying to bear down and make some plays when we need them.
Did you see this when I talked to you before the game?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to get the W. That's all I wanted. So,
You guys got it, 7-5. Congratulations.
thanks a lot, Dom.
It's time for SHL News. I have the Rolling Stone player of the game again, second week in a row. Mike, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
5 points. Wow.
We're getting some good bounces tonight, but we had a good cycle game, and I was the beneficiary of some good work by our team, so I'll take it.
Well, you did an excellent job. Now I've got a question for you, non-hockey related. Do you like American football?
Yeah, for sure.
Who are you going to pick for the Super Bowl?
I'm torn. I kind of want the underdog in the Falcons, but I kind of also want Brady to, give Goodell maybe a shot when he gets the trophy. So I'm in 2 worlds with this one.
All right. Well, excellent. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
For Sport Corner Titanium, to win this one, they're going to need to find a way to stop Donnie, but the Sukumvit Spitfires have many other threats in Adrian Myers, Harrison Oatsmelt, and Ernesto Bauer, just to name a few. Mike is really hot right now also, and with Silky Mitts back in the lineup, teaming up with Zach Garofalo, things should be really popping for Sport Corner Titanium. They'll also need Gabor Toth to get back in form to be a strong anchor for them in the nets. For the Sukumvit Spitfires to win this one, they'll need to find a way to neutralize Mike Wilson, but at the same time, keep Donnie free. They'll also need to find out what Hooters Nana did last week to silence Silky Mitts and follow up on that. They'll also need their second-level guys to keep adding points to their totals. Lastly, they'll need Lance to continue to remain strong between the pipes. This looks to be one of the best games to date between these two teams. In our second game at 9:30, we have Hooters Nana going against the Aware. For Hooters Nana to break this 6-game losing streak, they really need to come together as a team. They have Andy Bryan really doing some amazing work with being in first place for the assists with 13 and 5th in the league in points with 17. They also need Steven Sproul and Paul Stoddart and Justin St. Denis to step it up, as well as their second-level guys, Law and Michael White, to get involved with the play. Although Aware won their game last week, things look like a rough one for them with Yves Gaboreau out with a lower body injury. For them to build on their win last week, they'll need to find a solid backup goalie. And they'll also need their top-level guys, Brendan Vick, Patrick Lumbeck, and Darren Boodle, to keep up their great work. But they'll also need their second-level guys, Corey Day and Devin Michaels, to step up more in the play. And they'll need Tan Limpenpet to continue to build on the game that he had last week. Things are also looking up for all 4 teams this week as the Thai players are returning to the SHL after going undefeated and taking gold at the Asian Winter Games last week. These look to be some great games with our 2 top teams and our hottest players facing off against each other in Sport Corner Titanium with Mike Wilson and the Sukhumvit Spitfires with Donnie Kerfoot, as well as Hooters Nana chomping at the bit to break their 6-game losing streak. This should be a lot of fun to watch, and I'll see you at the rink. Please rate my show or leave a comment or make suggestions of what you would like me to talk about. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Dom Dumas, on Twitter at Dom Dumas, or on Instagram, Dom_Dumas. Thanks a lot.